So, firstly, Matheus, welcome to Manchester United.
Thank you.
It's a big moment for you, I'm sure. How are you feeling?
Oh, it's honestly, it's hard to find the words to say about this moment. But yeah, of course, it's the most common phrase that you can say at this moment is the dream come true. Honestly, it's hard to understand you are here already, but yeah, the dream come true.
I mean, your journey's been long. 14 years old, you left home, you went to Coritiba, you've been to Switzerland, Germany, Spain, England. Summarize your journey so far for people that don't know. Give a bit of your journey to
Yeah,
people.
yeah. So I come from it's not very small, but a small city in Brazil, and from northeast of Brazil is beach, is a little bit like this kind of feeling. And my first move was to go to Curitiba. Curitiba in south of Brazil is completely different. You can already feel another culture. It's completely different. They don't have beach, and then it's completely like more busy
Yeah.
city. And of course, I think this is honestly my biggest move in my life because I was very young, with 13 years old, and wow, it's far away from my family. It's 3 hours airplane. Imagine the flight is 3 hours, and yeah, I think this is show me a lot of things. Then I need to learn to go to the world and then breathe the world. So after I go to Switzerland, was also very good for me to learn a lot of things. First country in Europe, every new things. Then I need to learn. Come from Switzerland, of course, language, everything, and of course after we start for me like the world football. Go to the German, play Bundesliga, first big club. I play in Leipzig at the time, and after I moved to Hertha, and yeah, I did it well. I go to Atletico. It was also like wow, amazing impact for my life to understand the La Liga,
Yeah.
play big the first like team, then start to play to win the competitions, and yeah, of course after I did the move to Wolves, and yeah, I think the Wolves is a little bit more familiar to the English Premier League, of course, and yeah, now I did my step to follow my dream.
What's the biggest lesson you've learned for yourself as a man growing up? Obviously, leaving home. What's the biggest lesson you've learned?
I think everyone need to do everything to follow the dreams, and even it's very hard. Even they would show you a lot of hard moments to step forward.
Yeah.
You still need to believe in yourself, and then I think this is the big impact for me.
And at any moment when you were traveling around, did you doubt yourself and have to really dig deep inside?
Of course. When you start to be alone without your family, friends, of course you follow your dream, but you have not the people that normally support you around you. And yeah, at this moment you start to feel a little bit empty inside and don't know if you are right or not. But yeah, I have faith, and then always I try to take this part of me to reply my doubts.
You played in the Dallas Cup, I believe, in 2017. Did you play against United?
Yeah, I have the photo. I need to use this photo. I don't know why I always keep this photo in my phone, but I think something inside of me say, your way will be together one day.
Yeah.
And I think this game was the biggest change in my life because I played at Curitiba at the time, and when I play against United, I'm young. I think the competition was under 20, and then I was 17 or 18 at the time. And when I play against United, the competition started to talk about me a little bit. And I remember the director at the time, then fly with the United, go to ask the director in the Curitiba who I am. And the director come to me and say, look, I'll be promoted for the first team. The guys in United decided to ask about you, and I'm so excited. Imagine I dream I go to United, and after that, stop the conversation. Imagine. Yeah. But yeah, I think after this, the Switzerland go, the Sion, and say, yeah, if this guy have something to talk about the director of United, we need to pick him. And yeah, about this game, I think it started my journey.
Yeah, there was a little fight at the end, wasn't there? There was a little scuffle, yeah? Were you involved?
Yeah, I'm involved, yeah, of course. But I don't know if you know that. I honestly, like, I remember only it was a huge game for us because I think we need to win. And if you win, I think United is out of the competition. Imagine
Yeah.
it was the biggest club in this competition.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was something like that. I don't remember perfectly what
Yeah.
happened. But yeah, they failed to play against United was something. Then I can explain was wow. Was with 19 years old, it started to be the dream.
A lot of emotion.
Yeah,
in that,
exactly.
is it? Yeah. So in terms of sort of Man United growing up, what's your first day? How do you encounter Man United, and is there any players that you remember that you sort of idolised?
Yeah, so it's hard to, as like I said, it's hard to find the ways to explain this club for me. Uh, it's a funny history. Only in my grandma's house we can watch Premier League. In my house don't have the channel. In my cousin's house don't have the channel.
Yeah.
So we organized to go in the weekend to my grandma's house to watch the Premier League. And he's older than me, and he supports United. And he like show me the way to start to watch Premier League, need to support United. And for me, it was always a bit of inside of me, this club, you know.
Yeah.
When I play with him in the street, we call in the how is the name of the pitch, like the sand pitch.
Like the gravel.
Gravel pitch,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
We normally play there in Brazil, it's very common.
Yeah.
We call this pitch is the Old Trafford. Imagine, so
Wow.
it's so hard to be here now and then thinking about the past is very emotional for me.
Amazing. Was there any particular players that you used to look at and want to play like?
Yeah, it's always hard to talk because I remember the whole squad at the time. Then I started to watch.
Yeah.
You know, like in the front to Ronnie.
Yeah.
Wow, as someone. Then I think I have a lot of particular in my game because I always like give everything.
Yeah.
And I remember he used the number 10, so his shirt and everyone lovely to the skills of the player and use the shirt, but he bring always more like he go to the grass to take the ball, and you know, like this kind of energy inside of him was big example. But of course I can mention a lot of players. Ronaldo, everyone the word is easy to talk about him, but Ryan Giggs, everyone may is I can imagine the team, you know, we started with Van der Sar in the goal, you know. Wow, Rio Ferdinand with Vidic in defender. I know a lot.
You see it.
I Paul Scholes, wow. Carrick.
Yeah.
Wow, the team for me was honestly big impact for my teenage.
Yeah. No, amazing. So going forward now, you're at Wolves. You've played United 5 times. You've lost 3 in the most recent 2 games you won. Firstly, did you mean that goal from the corner? Did you try and score?
It was funny because the staff come to me and then ask me to shoot because at the training I shoot in the post.
Yeah.
And they say like, look, you don't need to cross, shoot, and then we put the guys to try to touch the ball because it'll be good.
Yeah.
But of course, when I kick the ball, I don't think I will score the goal.
Yeah.
But it was between both, between cross and shoot. It was not to
50-50.
score. Yeah, but 50-50, exactly.
Nah, and then in the opening game of the 23-24 season, you terrorised United. You were brilliant. Obviously, United won 1-0, but that was when, you know, personally, and I think a lot of people really took notice of you at United. How do you enjoy that game, despite the result?
Yeah, wow. I think this game was first game then I started against United, and a part of the game then I play when I'm young. And then I start the game at Old Trafford with you know, like all the dreams in my mind. Wow, it will be the first game here, but it's like I said to you, this club for me is always I think my dream. You know, I want to use a different words, but it's the words then I can use it. Was always my dream, and when I step here, like I felt like wow, I'm so free to do whatever I want. And I remember at the time we changed the manager. And then the manager comes say, Matheus, I can only say to you, be a little bit more free.
Wow.
And then he gave me all the confidence to play well. And then, I think was a perfect start of the season for me.
Yeah, no, it's good. Do you think that's important that the manager gives you freedom to go and play and express yourself?
Yes, of course. I think now was a little bit easier because I did it like very good last season. Not this one, but before this one.
14 goals.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I did this only because he come in and he say like, I say to you, be free and show yourself. Like we can count on you. And was for me important words because I come from Atletico, was a little bit hard season when I'm there.
Yeah.
And then I come into Wolves and to pick the manage was guaranteed at the time. And say something like this to me and give all the confidence, I think was a big step to show everyone who I am.
It's always important, I think, from a forwards point of view, that you have that, you know, you want to play in the final third, but you can express yourself. So I can appreciate that.
Yeah, exactly.
So when you played against United, you played, you know, which players did you ever think I really want to play with him? Or, you know, Bruno, Casemiro. Now you played with Casemiro in Brazil.
Of course, I played with Casemiro. I'm so grateful to play with him. He was someone that always helped me in the national team.
Yeah.
I remember I started young there, and then he always have like good words to push me forward. And then now it's easier to be with him. But of course, we know like every squad, Bruno is, I think, for Premier League, for everyone in the Premier League, is a big example to how to use the shirt of the club, and then did it very well, and feel the passion inside of him, of course. And I think, of course, you say like two big examples, and when I'm here, I always like watch the United players. It's easy to talk about. And I remember I come here after the Rashford score many goals, and I remember I asked him to change the shirt. I can tell you a lot of example. This club I always watch. I always follow this club, so it's easier to me to talk about.
I think so that plays into the part. Obviously, we've had the worst season, the last season as a football club. You know, there's no hiding that in over 50 years. Is your love for the club one of the reasons you come here? What do you expect to give to this team?
100%. I think my decision, maybe outside, was they don't understand. It was a little bit complicated because when you have choice to maybe do a different way and maybe play something, then of course you always dream to play. Is easier to pick this decision. But for me, no one is like United, you know. And when you have the possibility to come here, and of course I know was hard season for everyone. And then of course I think my decision show a lot what this club is for me and what I believe this club can be. And of course I think I do everything that I can to manage this inside of me to play for my dream team and put my dream team when the team is for me. Like always is in the big.
And what's your expectations? Obviously there's only the Premier League to focus on apart from domestic clubs. What's your personal focus and targets for next season?
You know, like I don't think we have one player that come here and then don't think about to glory days in Man United, you know, to remember all the time then they win the Premier Leagues, how many titles was, and of course to qualify for Champions League. And this is what I think about United, you know, to put this club on top. And then what I can do is everything to show them I'm here to help the team to conquer this kind of things.
Yeah, I think it's important, you know, your character's clearly sitting here with you now. I can see you're positive, you know, you want to do well. I think that's really important that you want to be at this football club, and it shows. I think, you know, do you feel like you've arrived here with good momentum from your last two seasons at Wolves? Obviously 14 goals, 17 goals, etc.
Of course. I think everything that happens in my life now is much better because I think I'm a little bit more mature. Of course, I'm someone that try to learn for the mistakes, for the good things. And of course, I think I have a little bit this maturity now. And to go to national team was better. To come here was the perfect moment. And yeah, of course, my step need to be now a little bit more calm, and then of course very happy to do.
And with Carlo Ancelotti taking over at Brazil, you mentioned national team. You've got to have one eye on the World Cup.
Yeah, of course. And then you know, to always have like big coach around you to teach you and then show you the way to go. Of course, it's easier, and I'm so excited to have the first trains with him, first games, and yeah, I'm so grateful to have Ruben with me day by day, and of course Ancelotti when I go to national team.
And this football club is known for having huge pressure worldwide. How do you feel about that? Is it something you welcome?
Yeah, I'm so free for that, honestly.
Good.
I think I'm grateful to be part of the biggest national team in the world. The pressure there is huge also.
Yeah.
And then I learn a lot. I think in the beginning it was a little bit different impact for me, to be honest. Sometimes I don't think I manage well. And I think it's like I say, I learn for the mistakes also. And I don't think it's a mistake. I think it's normally.
It's learning.
Yeah, it's learning, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like you say, to come here now, I think is the best moment in my life to also feel open of this kind of details.
The manager, Ruben Amorim, have you had any interaction with him before? And what are you expecting? What are you looking forward to working with him?
Yeah, part of everything that I say about the club, then I follow. This is my dream club, everything like that. I think him is very important one to bring me here. I really believe on him. Everything then him did in Portugal is like I say. I hope he can conquer the world like he did it in Portugal.
For sure.
But of course, I think he need the players then can do everything like I'm open to do and help the team, help him, and all the conversation that you have make my decision easier.
Well, listen, thank you so much. I appreciate your time, your energy, and I wish you all the best at Manchester United.
Such a pleasure. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you, mate.